Morning, everyone. This is Camila Peebles with Real Charlotte Living. This is a podcast highlighting Charlotte area lifestyle, business, and real estate. And on today's episode, we're going fishing. Okay, not really. My guest today is Casey Ashley. He's one of the world's best fishermen, and he's here in Charlotte competing at the REDCREST 2023 tournament that's taking place in our very own backyard over in Lake Norman, you guys. Casey is the winner of the 2015 Bassmaster Classic, and in 2007, he was the youngest angler to ever win a Bassmaster Elite Series event at the age of 23, you guys. Okay. He is going places. Ashley has racked up 6 wins and more than 40 tour level top 10s. There is no stopping this guy. Everyone, let's welcome Casey Ashley to Real Charlotte Living.
Thanks for having me.
Casey, we're so glad you're here. I want to get started with learning just a little bit about you. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, your family, anything you want to share?
Yeah, I'm a small town country boy. I'm from Donald, South Carolina, and most people have never heard of it, but it's not that far from here. It's only like 2.5 hours. I'm married. My wife Mackenzie. I have a son. His name is Troy. He's 9 years old, and he's also a outdoorsman. He likes to hunt a little more than he likes to fish, but yeah, outdoors runs in my family. Both of my parents, they love to fish, love to hunt, and yeah, just kind of in my blood. So this road that I'm on is just it's just a part of life. It's just a part of everything that we used to do as a hobby, and I just made it a job.
Okay, I love it. So tell me, do you remember the first time that you went fishing? Like, what was that like? What inspired you to?
Well, I don't know if it was the first time that I went fishing.
Okay.
My mom, she loves crappie fish. So we used to do that in the spring, me, mom, and daddy. And while we were crappie fishing, daddy would always be bass fishing, just
Okay.
trying to hurry everything along. And it was just, I wanted to do everything he wanted to do. So I was like 4 years old, and he ties me on, a bass bait on a little Zebco 33, and I caught my first one. And it probably wasn't, but that long, but it seemed like a giant to me. And it's just something about that I fooled this fish into biting something that wasn't real, and I was fascinated by it, and that's still the fire that fuels the fire right now, and it's yeah, that's it. I remember it.
Yeah.
Really well, being so young still.
What made you want to go from I really enjoy fishing to I want to turn this into a career? I want to do this. This is how I want to put bread on the table.
So when I was young, I ate, slept, and breathed bass fishing. Every chance I had, I played sports in high school: football, basketball, baseball. But on the weekends, I was fishing, and while I was practicing or playing, I was thinking about when I was getting back out on the water, and it consumed me. But I used to watch it on TV. It came on TV at 10 o'clock when Mama used to let me stay up late so I could watch it. And that's what I wanted to do. I always told myself from a very young age, I wanted to bass fish for a living. And I guess the biggest thing that really, really inspired me to do it was a lot of people told me that, like, bass fishing for a living, man, you're crazy. What's that?
It's like being an artist.
You can't make money doing it. Yeah. So, I'm hard-headed. I'm very hard-headed. Anybody that knows me knows that. But if you tell me I can't do something, it makes me want to do it even more.
Yeah, I love that. Determination, and to your point of it can't be done. Oh, yes, it can. And look at me now.
Yeah.
What are, would you give any tips or tricks for anyone aspiring to be an MLF pro, or even just your everyday, you know, fisherman, fisher gal, whatever you say now?
Yeah, anybody that wants to take it to the next level, I mean, it definitely can be done. There's way more avenues to get there now than what there used to be when I got started. But if you want to be good and you want to win, and that's how you want to start your road, just time on the water. More time on the water you can spend, the more you're going to learn, and that's the only way. You can read YouTube, you can watch videos, but time on the water is the only way.
Okay. That's kind of like I'm a runner, and we always say it's time on your feet. When you're training for any race, it's really it's the time that you spend on your feet on the road. So that totally makes sense. What is training
Yeah.
like for you? Is it, are you fishing every day? Like what does that look like?
Well, I trained for about 30 years, so I'm
Okay.
I'm 39 now. So all that training, it's you can't just do it, just like that. You have to. It's an acquired thing. It's an acquired knowledge. Just years and years and years of being on the water and seeing certain situations. And it's kind of like riding a bike. Once you learn and once you see stuff, it's always in your mind. So when it happens again, you're ahead of the game. But it's always changing. So anytime that you spend on the water, you're going to learn something. And the minute that you think that you know everything, you get a little slice of humble pie in the next tournament or the next day on the water. So it's always evolving. It's a learning process, and that's what's so fun about it. It's
Yeah.
just even all players, yeah, they're good at what they do, but it doesn't evolve. But they have to stay sharp. They have to train hard every day, and it's the same thing for what you do running. Like
Yeah.
you just can't go run a marathon and not practice for it.
Yeah. You can. It's very bad. It's very painful if you try. So tell me, okay, we've got this huge tournament that honestly, I didn't even know was going on here. And then when I started talking to some friends about it, they're like, oh yeah, I went last year, da da da. So let's talk about, what is Red Crest, and why is it a big deal? Give us an idea of what it's like, how's the competition work?
So REDCREST is our championship. It is the biggest event in the sport of bass fishing. We're fishing for $300,000, and there's 40 of the best of the best of the best anglers here. So our Major League Fishing field, our Bass Pro Tour, is 80 of the best of the best. So you have to beat 40 of them to qualify for this tournament. But man, it is a very exciting thing. Now we have a live score tracker, and we catch, weigh, and release on the water. We never put fish in the live well, and we also know who's got what. Back in the old days, you would be out there fishing all day, putting fish in a live well, thinking you may be doing good, didn't know how you were doing. Well, now and that's more added stress on our part. And you can watch it live on MajorLeagueFishing.com. If you come to the expo, that's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Park and Expo Conference Center. They'll actually have it streaming live right there in the conference center, and you can watch it and just see how guys, there's a cut. So the top 20 have to be, after the 2 days, you have to be in the top 20 to advance to the next round. Okay. And then after that, there'll be another cut, and then another cut, and then eventually it'll come down to the top 10 to see who is going to win. Okay. But all the way through, we always know. So you can be like an ounce out, and man, you see some sure enough emotions when guys just, they get hurt. They talk about it. I mean, they feel the pressure. It is high stress fishing. You think about fishing as it's like, oh, it's just a bunch of guys out there with bobbers and, minnows. Well, this is it. I mean, this is not relaxation fishing. This is high stress, very, very competitive. And these guys are really, really good. But yeah, man, it's the biggest tournament we have. We're fishing for a lot of money, and everybody here can win. That's the thing about it. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of times you see a matchup in football or baseball, this team's going to blow this out. There's not an
Yeah.
angler here that's going to blow this out.
Yeah.
Everybody has a chance, and you get to see it unfold right there live. So
Yeah.
it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. And it does sound very like high adrenaline. And yeah, I can my heart just kind of was like, for the people, for you, that moment that you figure out that you've lost, like, that's kind of awful. It's
Yeah.
kind of like you're going home, like on the reality shows.
Yeah, it's more fun to watch than it is to compete, I can tell
Yeah.
you, especially if it's a tight race.
Yeah. And they are going to have, so Casey mentioned the expo that's taking place, and it is, I believe it started today and it runs through Friday. They're doing drawings, you guys, every day, and there are some major prizes. Let me see if I can find a couple of them for you. Just to tell you, yes. Okay, so here we go. On Friday, they're doing, it's a Toro 42-inch time cutter 0-turn mower. Then on Saturday, a Tracker off-road 300 ATV. Seriously, you guys. Now, Sunday, that's the day I'm thinking I'm going to go out. They're giving away a Toyota Tundra SR5 Crew Max. Yes. So it's a great family friendly event. And I believe it's even free for you to go. So I definitely think you should go check that out this weekend. Take your family, take your friends, something exciting to do. And then they're doing other little smaller giveaways. I think they said every 30 minutes. So I think it's going to be a great time. And then they get to meet pros like you each day. So it's a good time.
It is free. It is free. And there's a lot of guys that will be there at the show, and they will be all kind of stuff. And it's going to be a huge tackle show. So anybody that has anything to do with the fishing industry, whether it's selling tackle, rods and reels, line, they'll be there. You'll be able to go in and see the latest, greatest, what's coming out new. They'll have it for sale. They'll be selling. They'll be giving stuff away. There's also stuff for kids to do. And also, every morning, if you're a diehard and you really, really want some autographs from the pros, at 6:15 at Blythe Landing, the fans can come down. We don't blast off until 7. So there'll be media there. There's cameras everywhere, photos, and you can actually just walk up and meet some guys. So that'll be pretty cool, too, right before takeoff. That's at Blythe Landing.
Okay. That's awesome. So tell me, what do you like to do when you're not fishing?
Well,
because I heard some rumors.
I really like I really like to hunt. I like to spend time with friends and family. I love to sing and play guitar. I kind of, back in 2011, prior to that, I spent about 2 years back and forth in Nashville. I did a record. Just kind of figured out that I love fishing more than I love singing. So you really couldn't do both. You really couldn't do both. You can't sing and fish.
You can't be the singing fisherman. I feel like.
Well, I guess you gotta call me the fisherman, but you can't do both. And it was fun. I was single. I didn't have kids yet. So the time in Nashville was fun. And I still enjoy singing, but I like to do it. I like to sing what I want to sing. I like to wear what I want to wear. And I can do it.
Now, do you want to sing for us? I feel like people should share in this hidden talent of yours. Or is that
bust out in song? Well, my album's called Released. Oh no, my album's called Released, and probably anybody that follows fishing and they know me, I got a song called Fisherman, and it's the song was written by Rodney Clausen. He's a huge Nashville songwriter. He's written stuff for big stars and a lot of it. But he loves to fish, so he wrote the song. It's called Fisherman. It talks about being on the road, and just the chorus kind of goes, I can catch them shallow, I can catch them deep, muddy water or the back of the creek. The wind and rain to me, it's all the same. I make a living playing this game, and I thank the Lord above every time I can. I get to be a fisherman. Something like that.
I love it. Yay. I think you need to find, I think you can find to make that a way to make that work.
Well, I still do. I still do sing, and I enjoy it, but it's just not a career that I want to pursue. It's like one of them deals, where if you started a company and you got it going and it started going really good, but then you're just going to throw that over here in the corner and try to start something else just to see if you could. That was fishing on one hand and singing on the other to me. Okay. So, fishing was going so well, and I already enjoyed it, knew I loved it. So that's what I stuck with. Fishing won.
I love it. Well, it seems like you made the right choice either way. And if you needed to find something else to do as a backup, then you've got options there. So tell us, you're definitely on the rise. You're, winning all these tournaments. What's next after REDCREST for you?
So REDCREST will actually, hopefully I fish all 4 days and I get to compete on Sunday. So when it's over on Sunday, we'll go home, unpack, wash, repack, and then we're headed to Knoxville, Tennessee for the next event.
Oh, wow.
4 days. So
okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty busy schedule, especially on the front end. Like we pack a lot of tournaments into the spring. But yeah, it's a busy season. There's not much time. And luckily this year, we had Charlotte, and then we go into Knoxville, which is not that far away. And then right after Knoxville, we're going down to Columbia, South Carolina. We're going to fish Lake Murray. Will be our next event. So we're staying in this, North Carolina, South Carolina region a good bit.
Yeah. It makes it easier probably to travel to, especially with family.
Easier for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out. He's been on the water all day long. What time you started at 7, which means you probably actually
I woke up at 4.
Yeah, earlier than that. Yeah,
I woke up at 4.
Casey's had a pretty long day. So thank you so much for joining us. Can you share with everybody, like, where can they find you? Where can they follow you, watch you, all that good stuff? And I'll be sure everyone to drop links in the post and comments after. So you'll have that as well.
Yep, I'm on social. It's C Ashley Fishing. That's how you can find me. And you can kind of follow along what happens here, what happens on for the rest of the year. And please come out and see us. And if I don't make the cut, and a lot of the guys here that are competing, if they don't make the top 20 cut, they will be at the expo. So you'll have plenty of chances if you don't come to Blythe Landing super early in the morning, which everybody doesn't love to do. There'll still be a lot of opportunities to meet them at the expo as well. So
that's awesome. So this weekend, what are your plans? You're going to either go to the lake or you're going to go to the expo, enjoy all the free activities, try to win a car, a lawnmower, an ATV, all kinds of other goodies. The best thing about expos are the swag. Like, I love all the little swag that everybody wants to give away. So definitely go check that out this weekend. Like I said, I'll drop links below. And thank you for joining us at Real Charlotte Live. Thank you so much, Casey, for taking time out of your day. And tell your wife, Kenzie, thank you for helping get everything set up. And you guys have a great night.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye.